Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fallen London. First thing I'm going to say is I apologise yet again for forgetting to zoom in the game so you could actually read it on the previous episode. And when I was editing I was like, oh, they probably can't read anything. But never mind, here we are at the Fate in the Greyfield Winery. We're in the last part of the auction where we're going to be able to get some Year of the Boar air rag. Oh dear, can't remember. But let's have a quick look at mingling with the crowd. We can chat with nobility, assure them there's nothing suspicious about your absolutely unsuspicious pig. A pig on a leash is the latest fashion. Are the poets in Vale Garden still wearing modish bonnets? Are the gentry still strolling with their mutts in Tyrant Gardens? Unthinkable, outdated, lower class. Before evening's end, Lady B has determined to adopt a hog, and two baronets are debating whether wild boars kept in a parlour can still be defined as wild. Perhaps if they drink 79. Well, I can have ourselves some jade while we're here, why not? Or we can consult with the surreptitious urchin. You've discovered Dr. F's old journals underground. What was he rambling about? Well, says the surreptitious urchin, glancing back and forth, I'm not a scientist, but I never did read no journals. But these caves go under more than just the winery. Deep enough, they get under the bazaar too. Before Dr. F made his pig, he was trying to chart them by hand. Only problem is, too many spores. Thoughts start to fog, you lose your way, your skin gets real slippery. He shivers. Good thing you got the pig now. Your skin gets slippery? Ooh, what could that possibly mean? Ooh, distract the inquisitive reporter. He's asking too many questions, even worse, they're questions about you. Why would anyone bring a pig to an auction? Must have cost a lot to get that animal in here. Pulled a few strings, bribed a few people. Our readers will want to know all about this. You, on the other hand, might want to direct his attention elsewhere. I don't seem to have... I haven't picked the one-eyed mug for anything, but I got a feeling he's going to be useful in the caves. I think I'll signal the fidgeting writer. No, the inquisitive reporter doesn't represent the Gazette's editorial board. No, the inquisitive reporter isn't a position to accept or decline manuscripts. No, the inquisitive reporter does not want to hear a pitch for a short story. I don't care if it has cannibals, he is snapping at the fidgeting writer, or whether they live inside mirrors or caves or whatever you're talking about. Not to worry, the fidgeting writer has other ideas as well, like this one about wells. When you leave, he's regaling the crowd and the inquisitive reporter is guzzling free alcohol. I guess then we will attend the auction. The inarticulate auctioneer stands at the block, stuttering and drinking vodka. Our founder has opened her private cellars to provide these spectacular vintages. She wishes to extend a special welcome to our ambassador from the Khanate, who travelled such a long way to be here this evening. More sales follow more sales. Once again, you could drop into bidding whenever you'd care to purchase a particular lot, but everyone's waiting for one lot, the Year of the Boar. I mean, while I'm here, I may as well. We'll bid on some more Moral Ways 1872. To two bottles in this lot, do I have an opening bid? Aha! Sold to the lady with the pig! Sediment rolls at the bottom of the bottles, glittering and purple. When you hold them to the light, you envision constellations in the alcohol. There's the knotted man, there's the fork with 20 tines, the dragon's tongue becomes the lanced pustule after a shake. Ugh. That doesn't sound like a nice drink at all. Well, let's bid on the Greyfield's 1868 first sporing, our founding year. One bottle in excellent condition. Just look at this grey mould. Yet again, sold to the lady with the pig. You leave prints on the dusty label. It sloshes calmly when you carry it. Dark wine glugging into the neck and back again. Each slosh is like an echo from the vineyards underground. Even a vintage this old still has spores that would carry the pox, as though they were messengers in a network passing a transmission down the line. Or we can get some strangling willow absinthe. Comes with complimentary Mercatroids sugarless sugar cubes. One bottle. Sugarless sugar cubes? Hang on, what? I know you traditionally drink absinthe with sugar. What, sugarless sugar cubes? What the hell are they made out of? Oh no, you've been beaten by a Blemmigan. Did a Blemmigan just outbid you? A Blemmigan with a monocle? That's not just any Blemmigan, says a Bohemian. That's the great poet Fuseli, rising star from the, oh no, Mycologenes school. How many spores did you breathe underground? How much wine did you drink this evening? Either not enough or far too much. I want a bottle. Give me a bottle. Ah, been outbid again. How much is this costing me? Woo, okay. Yeah, there we go. Sold to the lady with the pig. Before you are presented with the bottle, 2 urchins must subdue it with a stick. The cork itself is fashioned with a lock, to which the inarticulate auctioneer hands you a key. Priscilla, meanwhile, has her nose in the sugarless sugar cubes. They're gone before you realise she's swallowed. Oh, that was my 200th bottle. Why do I have so much absinthe? I don't know. Aha, here we go. The true treasure. Bid on the 4th city air rag. Year. The boar. A true treasure. What you've been waiting for, dating from the 4th city itself. Gloved attendants present the bottle on a plump cushion. Creamy ceramic cobwebs. It's mine, hiccups the Carganian ambassador. He sits in the front row, still sipping wine. Bless his liver. You have seen rabid dogs glare at him while defending a bone. Could you outbid this man? Such an upset would be enormous. I mean, it would make sense to signal the captivating princess. No matter how rich these other people are, they're not going to be as rich as the princess. So let's go with that. Going once, twice. It is a foregone conclusion. The captivating princess hands you the bottle with a sigh before addressing the legions that swarm to congratulate her. Journalists inquire about her interest in the 4th city culture. In what? They want to know whether she favours air rag over wine. Is that what she bought? She rubs one temple with her fingertips, staring at you as the crowd closes in around her. This is not how I wanted my evening to end. You hear nothing else. You've slipped away, but her eyes are 2 knives in your back. Oh, that's not good. Oh, sorry girl. Whoops. Just a couple more distractions. Let's go. Into the vineyards. No, wait, says the surreptitious urchin. I hear footsteps. You hear them too, thundering down marble halls. You slide behind a tapestry, holding Priscilla's mouth closed when she threatens to squeal. You do not breathe. You do not move. The Carganian ambassador marches through the corridor, surrounded by white and gold guards. His scimitar is drawn. You smell alcohol, even from here, fumes that waft over his shoulders from his mouth, trailing like an eye-watering cape. Where are you? He bellows. That air rag should have been mine. You cannot hide behind this tapestry forever. Fascinating though it may be to examine the weaving from the back, those 4th city artisans truly were second to none. Send someone to distract him, whispers the surreptitious urchin. We're almost there. So we can choose between the pirate poet or the one-eyed mark. I think that the pirate poet, with a sword is considerably more useful. If that blowhard wants a fight, he'll get a fight from me, alright. Go, says the pirate poet, unsheathing her own sword. I'll see you back at Dr. F's laboratory, but now I plan to enjoy this. It's rare people will dare to duel me. She advances toward the Carganian ambassador. His shoulders load their firearms, aim, shoot their brittle bullets into her clay skin. She doesn't flinch. She lifts her sword and swings it, grinding against his raised scimitar. Sparks shower, kiss the marble floor. You have never heard metal sing with such delight. Now, says the surreptitious urchin, tugging your elbow. And down you go. Down, down, into the earth. Some tunnels are partially paved, others are stocked with more wine bottles, more giant casks, and still others are mushroom-dense forests. For every path that's been explored, 100 more extend into unknown, untravelled caves. Priscilla will not go. You push her backside, keep pushing. Well, we can speak with our companions, but we only have one companion to speak to, I think. Oh no, we can speak to the urchin as well. Let's speak to the one-eyed mug. I'm glad you decided to bring me along. You know, us cats are very sensitive. Slipping in and out of places most folks never go. This is different. Feels like a daydream. Only it's not a daydream. Not just a daydream. It's more like when you smell something and suddenly you're there again. Right there again. The last place you smelled it. That place becomes this place. Then there's no place. Only memory. I think he's lost the plot. No use keeping watch anymore. It's now or never. I'm not going to walk all the way down with you, but I'm not going back up just yet. My employer's real particular when it comes to loyalty. See, and I took a little more risk than I intended this evening. But in for a penny, am I right? Yeah, I like this guy. So, we can sniff the water's edge, sniff through the cobwebs, sniff the spores in the air. Let's sniff the spores in the air. Vaults open into vaults. You walk past wine racks covered with mushrooms. You pass through webs that catch your face, entangled with long, mummified insects. Priscilla takes no note. She is busy smelling a hole in the ground, where loose bricks have fallen away to reveal a chasm. Another brick falls. Another. There's nothing underneath the floor. You tiptoe to more solid ground, and every brick collapses at your back. Okay, let's sniff through the cobwebs. You can hear mandibles click and clack in the darkness. Mushrooms burst under your feet. White spores fill the air like snow at Christmas time. They drift into hills large enough that you might ride a sleigh. Priscilla trudges onward through their mounds, clearing a path that you tread with narrow footsteps. Ammonia, oil, and roses perfume your nostrils. Your head is a flickering lamp. Your thoughts are moths knocking against that lamp. You are coming. You are coming. You will come when you are called. Uh-oh. I think we may be descending into madness here. Ooh. Phosphorescent mushrooms glow. By their light you can see ancient carvings gouged into the stone. Monstrous beasts with snouts like pigs. But they clearly aren't pigs. And the more you look, the more you doubt those are snouts. Black mold blooms around you. Priscilla nudges past. Well, it seems like a random chance here, but I'm sure that's not how this is going to work. We can sniff over here. That's we can barely see where we're walking. Sniff over there. Didn't you come from this direction already? Or sniff anywhere. Something drip, drip, drips in the darkness. I'm going to go with anywhere. He left it behind. Here. There's always a trade. There are sheets that still bleed, but the blood's in your mind. Unless the blood is on the rocks. Unless the blood has dried here on the rocks. Priscilla sniffs, and you yank her away. She is squealing to return to her master. It's not your master. A book is not its binding. A tree is not its bark. Your master is not what's left here to decay in the dark. We have to move now. Now, before it moves first. Oh, I'll sniff over there. Your stomach turns. You've inhaled more spores than air. Images melt from the shadows. Gleaming bottles. Giant barrels. Mushrooms breathing everywhere. You have the distinct impression that you are a spore caught in something else's nose, until Priscilla pulls you around a corner. Candlelight flickers in the distance. Backward, forward, wherever you might have travelled, you have circled around to a cellar again. Your eyes begin to adjust. Priscilla trembles. You can smell what she smells. It is a smell that beckons. Light dances under a door in the dark. You push through fungal curtains. Tendrils and tentacles, they drape from the ceiling in droves. You can feel the blood beat in your veins. You can feel your heart thump, thump. Priscilla pauses at the door. It is affixed with a little bronze plaque. The Greyfields Reserve. You knock. The door opens. You step inside. Spores encrust your eyes. Fungus furs your tongue. Gigantic casks bigger than barns hunch along the walls. Toadstools consuming their wood. Bottles line shelves that must stretch for miles underground. But in the dark, there is a candle. Green, glowing on the table. Approach the candle, someone is waiting for you. She runs liquor down at the docks. Half London's contraband goods bear her mark. She sits at the table with wine glasses and a bottle. Year of the tortoise, she says, pouring some for herself. There is no year of the boar. You can't see her face in the dark, but you can see her hand as she pours. Gnarled, splotched with old liver spots. Your associates have caused quite a disturbance. They're gone now. I suppose you have a plan to meet again later? He passes the bottle. Here, on the house. Nobody refuses a drink from the gracious widow. Ah, the gracious widow. I vaguely recall working with this woman on something else at some point. How to describe the flavour? Clotted cream and curdled promises. I know you're working for Dr. F. You disrupted my auction to come down here. On another night, I might have been upset, but I see an opportunity. We're going to talk. So let's speak about the auction. Did she say the Fourth City Fate was her auction? The Carganian ambassador was intended to win. He owes me a great deal, and auctions are useful for moving money. Nobody questions the price when the items are priceless. Paintings, sculptures, terribly rare wines. Of course, they don't need to be real. She sips her arag. This is real. What you purchased is not. But you did purchase it, which leaves me in an awkward situation. My money didn't come from the Carnet. My relationship with them is compromised. But I do have my money. I'm in a forgiving mood. Okay. So it's a fake bottle used to launder money. What an intriguing idea. Well, let's speak about the doctor. How much does she know about Dr. F's plan with the pig? I know what's underneath this winery, what you're trying to find. Some people call them stone pigs. When the Fifth City fell, they awoke. That's why the Fourth City doesn't exist anymore. They churned it into the ground. Her fingers tighten, almost imperceptibly, around her glass's stem. Your doctor tried to visit the stone pigs. His journey didn't end well, which is why he bred this animal. She gestures towards Priscilla. To snip out a path to their center. Grey Fields was founded on mushrooms that came from that source. I know, because I founded it when the Fifth City fell. Wow. Well, that would make her old, right? So we can speak about her smuggling operations. You have a history working together. One might even, with some imagination, call it fund. Yes, I thought I'd worked for her at some point. So, yeah, let's do that. Fund indeed. I don't trust people, I don't trust you, but I trust what I know about your character. You've forged questionable alliances this evening. You must have had good reason. For the moment, I'll lend you the benefit of the doubt. We will not, however, discuss my other ventures now. Fair enough, I suppose. Speak about Priscilla. I have a proposition, says the gracious widow. I distrust your companion. I want you to leave them behind. Take me to the stone pigs instead. Nobody has ever found their center, but your beast can do it. I'll forget you interfered tonight. I'll compensate you properly. Her withered hand grips yours across the table. Please, she says. I want to remember what's down there. You still can't see her face, but you can hear emotion in her voice. The gracious widow isn't known to express emotion. The gracious widow isn't known to say please. The gracious widow has hired knives in every neighborhood and doesn't enjoy rejection. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The gracious widow is waiting. So are her urchins. Now you see them in the shadows, crouching, hungry-eyed. They are workers who bottle her wine, crush the mushrooms beneath stomping feet in her giant press. How many surround you? Too many. Don't like decisions like this. The gracious widow seemed very, very keen to get down there. She's also very good at threatening people, but the one-eyed mug! The gracious widow says, I promise to make this exchange worth your while. And the one-eyed mug, you've come all this way. You wouldn't leave me behind now, would you? Oh, this is a horrible decision. The problem is, we don't actually know anything about Dr. F. We just know that he wants to get rid of the pox, I suppose? But then we also don't know what the Gracious Widow wants to do. She just wants to go down there and see it. But the Gracious Widow probably has more influence in London than the Doctor. I think, as much as I adore the One-Eyed Mog, I am probably going to go with the Gracious Widow. After all, I have worked with her in the past. I think, okay, let's go with the Gracious Widow. I can just hear people screaming at me right now. Oh, paying me in jade? That's not quite what I had in mind. Half now, she says, half later. She adjusts a veil, pins it over her eyes. Dragons coil across its fabric. He stands at your side, takes your arm. You must weigh less than a child. You can feel her bones. Her urchins twirl daggers and open switchblades. How are feelings? Says the One-Eyed Mog. We sabotage the auctioneer? I'm satisfied with that. They have it surrounded, starved, things skittering at their master's command, too wounded to know disobedience is an option. They'll escort your pet to the street, says the Gracious Widow. Shall we? I think I might have picked the wrong choice here, because that cat handled that a lot nicer than I think she would have. Spores encrust your eyes, fungus furs your tongue, gigantic casks bigger than barns hunch along walls, toadstools consuming their woods, bottles line shelves that must stretch for miles underground. At your service, says the surreptitious urchin, giving a salute. By all means, let your animal lead the way. Priscilla snuffles deeper into the tunnels. Her snout is practically glued to the rock. Before long, you can't tell which way would lead you forward or back. Spores hang in the air, thick enough to chew on. The Gracious Widow covers her mouth. You're on the right path. I can hear it, she says through the laced handkerchief. You don't hear anything, only the voice in your head. But it's not in your head, it's echoing along the cavern walls, calling you down, down into the darkness, where you belong. A sycophanted rhythm, drip, drip, drips in the shadows, dripping lacquer. Nothing is solid. All things are alive. All things drip with lacquer that puddles and bubbles and beckons you down. Come along. I've been calling so long. Come along. Pigs, whispers the surreptitious urchins. Straight ahead or straight backwards? Straight somewhere, anyway. Where is he? I'm not going down there, he says. You remember you left him behind long ago. I'll meet you on the other side. His voice is just a memory. All things are memories. What happened? What is happening? And what will happen next? Ooh, look at this. All things are over. All things are destroyed. Bats screech in the sky, and the sky topples down. Something snores, and the snore breaks the ground. Towers tumble. Stars smash at your feet, shatter like ornaments. Priscilla simply inhales. She leads you forward, through fire and blood. The Gracious Widow clings tight to your side, looking backward at the titanic tapeworm that undulates in the lacquer. Come to me. Come to me. Come soak into my memory. Come look and see what you will see. I will sing. We will sing together, here where everything begins and ends. You found a pathway into the stone pigs. Okay. Navigating Memory's Road. Voices echo in your head. Lacquer splatters your shoulders. Every drip, drip, drip beckons you forward down tunnels that twist like snakes consuming their own tails. Memory breathes at your side. Memory screams in its grave. Memory rolls and rises on foaming lacquer tide, sloshing around your waist like wine swirled in a glass. Look in your opportunity deck to progress. Okay. How does one navigate a memory? By following a pig's example. A pig bred for precisely this purpose. 5 eras swirl around you. After you've followed one era's scent for long enough, its memory will open, and after you've explored 3 memories, an even older era will spill into present from the past. Priscilla's eyes roll. She surges forward, sniffing. Shadows wrap around her. Distortions in your brain or on the walls. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Ignore the million screams as caverns crack and cities fall. They're memories. They're only memories. Tell yourself that. We can speak with the gracious widow. So this is how it feels, as though I've known all along. Are those tears rolling down her cheeks? No. They are the dragons on her veil, slithering and hissing like vipers. She walks beside you as though this were a stroll to the market. I have no regrets. I've done what I must to survive, but sometimes I still think about what's gone. I can't find it down here. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't mean I can't remember it. Lead me to that memory, and I'll pay you as I've promised. Find youth. Find it for me. Or we can peel our skin. It is soaked to the bone, so loose, just like a glove. No. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to take the advice. I know everyone's going to be like, peel your skin, it's going to be the best thing ever. I'm not. It makes me go insane. Well, either way, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. We will navigate Memories Road in the next episode of this very, very interesting, exceptional story. Seems to be going across some of the more intricacies of the lore, as I thought. But I'm definitely learning things. Stone pigs? Who knew? So either way, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Comments are greatly appreciated. And, as always, I'll see you next time.